The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We live. We live. Yeah.
Cards night with the other males. I can't wait to get started. Let me know if you need anything else from me to make this night more fun.
Yeah, just act normal, dude.
All right, guys. I'll start acting more normal.
Is it a wink? Is that supposed to be a wink? I can't tell if he's got the flush.
Probably do.
Actually, the statistical probability of him having the flush is under 9%. So you're probably safe.
Yo, stop.
Oh,
What are you...
Okay,
So I'm in then. I should go in?
exactly. I think I'll be going in too.
Oh, hell
No,
yeah.
this is unfair. This is stupid.
Sven, if you analyze Ryan's face, you could tell he has a bad hand by that bitchy little wince he does.
What the fuck?
Wait, are you analyzing our faces this whole time?
That's how you play poker. Do you not like the game?
Well, yeah, no, but
Fuck
that's
this, dude.
insane.
I
That's
fold
such an
this
advantage.
thing.
Fold. Just like how I folded your mother over the kitchen counter last night.
That's not funny. No, let me see your cards, dude. Fuck. Oh,
Hey,
Not
stop.
obligated
No.
to show
Stop. No, take it. Dude, stop.
what is wrong with you?
My strength is vast.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I was buying beverages.
Dude, what the fuck is happening?
Ben, how is your
It's
card
great
game
to
going?
see you,
it
Matt.
looks like
You
I'm
should
sorry.
sit down.
You should play.
I want.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I'll let you
I'm talking
finish.
over
I'm
you.
sorry.
You
Why
guys
don't
are
speak
talking
at
at the same
Make sure
time.
you don't
Maybe
speak.
Yeah,
No
sounds
conversation
good.
Back and
happening.
forth.
There's
What
no
the fuck?
the show, Dada!
The last 7 days have been totally insane, but we made it. Now buckle up and get ready for the most organic conversation on the internet with your hosts, the Force, the King, the Kamikaze, the Great and Terrible. Up to it, down to it. Pour a glass and talk some trash. Welcome to the show, and thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a good time tonight right along with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Let's go up to it.
Oh, I was about to say. Mic check. 222. You hear me?
Yeah. Okay. We're still
Okay.
good. We're still good.
Oh no, I couldn't see me.
Oh yeah, that's no good.
But yeah, but I
That's
see
okay.
I see me now. You know.
See me now. The rain is gone. We out here in these streets. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Assuming,
And
of
yes,
course,
we
we
can.
can still call you that, and we can, and we will, because we can.
Because what else would we call you?
Because that's what it is. That's right. Welcome to the most organic and sometimes the most offensive conversation on the internet. Welcome back to Up to It, Down to It, guys. We are happy. We're privileged to get back in front of y'all today. I'm certainly privileged. It has been a wild ride over the last 2 weeks since the last show. I'm not going to get into a whole lot of the details. Probably won't get into many details at all tonight, but just know that I am ecstatic to be here with everybody this evening. So I'm looking forward to chopping it up. We're going to have some good conversations. I think we got some great topics for y'all tonight, as always. And with that said and done, enough about me. We're gonna kick it over real quick to my man's right there. As y'all can see, we are nining it up one more time because nothing shines quite like a 9. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Just what it is. Y'all gotta know that. But we're gonna kick it right over this way. Over to my left, over to your right, over to the immovable force. Kev, talk to us, my brother. Always a pleasure hearing from you. Let us know what's going on, man. What's up with you?
What's going on is a considerable portion of
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hold up. What happens? What happens to you? Considerable portion of who? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. We lost Kev. Mayday. Man down. Man down. Man down. We done lost Kev. All right. We gonna get him back. We gonna get him back. Because that's what's going on. See, man, this what I'm talking about. This is the kind of crazy behind week that we have had here. All right, hold on. All right, nope, that didn't work either. Okay, all right, that's cool. No worries. We're gonna get Kev back here in a second. All good. But I do know one thing we're gonna have to I don't know what's up with that. I have no idea. But what I do know either way is what we sipping on, because that's what we always talk about. We're talking about what we sipping on. And what I'm sipping on today is some water. H2O. Man, listen. This is the time of year especially to make sure you are fully and completely well hydrated. All right. I'm telling y'all, this is it. This is the time of year for that. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Let me hold on a second. We lost Kev for a lot longer than I expected to have lost Kev. All right. We gonna get, don't worry, y'all, we're gonna get him back. See, man, this is what happens when we live. See, this is why we try to get all this stuff out the way during the early show at the very least. You know what I mean? When it's still early in the game, things get a little wonky sometimes, right? We gotta make some adjustments. So here we go. All right, bam. So we back. We'll get him back as soon as we possibly can. I am going to jump right in here. Okay, looks like you might be getting back on properly. All right. I'm going to jump in real quick and I'm gonna talk about okay, wait a minute. There we go. Hold on. Say something real quick before I put you on the hell no, I can't hear nothing. All right, hold on. One more time. I got you. All right, I got you. Yeah, all right, yeah, he back. He back, y'all. He back. Technical difficulties, but he made it back. Whew.
Real technical, real difficult. No, my phone
Yeah.
rang, and of course my phone and my iPad are connected, so then it just it did the things.
Did the thing.
But the kid was calling my name anyway, so it just it was a lot,
That's what
a
happens,
lot.
man. That's what happens.
But yeah, I believe we were, so I'm enjoying a March. Actually, I don't even know if I'm enjoying it. Let me say this, okay? I don't want to be famous. I want to make some money because like everything expensive. However, I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. All right, between the UCB video and the TI video, I'm actually being like recognized in public, and that's a little like I ain't gonna lie, that's a little weird. Like to because people don't just like be normal. They be weird. And they just stare at you and they just be staring. And so like I was hosting karaoke the other night and like mid song, this lady like walked up and like put her phone in front of my face and there I was on her phone. She was like, "Nigga, is this you?" And I was like, "Uh, yeah, yeah." It's but cool. So what we drinking tonight is Gentleman Jack. Yeah, we drinking Gentleman Jack. All right, mixed it with a little Pepsi. I'm a Coke man myself. However, Taco Bell is all Pepsi products, so we roll with what we got to go with. I ain't feel like putting something different on, so it's Christmas in March. I just We putting the madness in March. Shout out to all the teachers. Today was the last day of school. I need spring break. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lordy. Grateful for what I do, but kids are exhausting. So yeah, we looking forward to going into the break, getting some rest because as soon as we come back out the break, it's right back to the work. Um, so yeah, these are the things we pray for. So we thank God for all the blessings that come. But a chance to rest and refresh. So let me know what you sipping on in the chat. Would love to hear it. And as long as it's not Aquafina, um, actually we're gonna add Dasani to the list. They fighting for squatters' rights. and I don't even know what happened, but Aquafina and Dasani are fighting for squatters' rights. You know, they like that lady who just like lost herself in the vacant home and refuses to leave out of it, and then she got arrested and went right back to the home. That's where they are right now. Let me know what y'all drinking is what I was trying to say. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, the Sani is basically San Francisco sewer water too. So, you know, right now San Francisco sewer waters are being saturated with humans. Also, as a matter of fact, you know they got humans crawling up out the sewers like the Ninja Turtles. That's happening in real life right now. I'm not making this up. Haters will say it's AI. It's not. They're real people, real life people living in the sewers in California. Jesus Cristo.
It's probably a little cheaper. I listen.
Oh, I'm
If
certain. I'm
if
certain
I
it's
could,
cheap.
man, hey, I was reading a study. Well, I don't even know if it was a study, but it was an article about like how many people are like living in hotels because it's cheaper to live in a hotel and just like, you know, have your stuff there, put the rest of your stuff in storage. Like if it was just me, I it might be heavy
Yeah,
consideration. It might be heavy
yeah.
consideration.
Cause then you got you got a lot of the amenities already built in. You got your continental breakfast every morning. You know what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying?
Depending on which hotel you at, you might got dinner or some kind of food throughout the day at least. It ain't gonna be the fit and friendly vegan diet or nothing like that. But you gonna have a sustainable. You got sustainable food, coffee, tea, water,
You know, they
pools,
replenish your
gym.
shampoo and soaps and you know what like hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know, man.
I mean, it's not the worst idea. I can certainly think of worst ideas. I can think of worse
Yeah,
things.
so I might have to
Um,
look into the sewers. I might have to look into it.
the way these bills are coming, travel's probably faster in the sewers too than it is in the streets with the cars,
Streets, airports, you know,
airports.
might as well do it through the
Eh,
sewer.
I got a
Yeah.
flight. I'm flying out pretty soon, and I'm sitting here like, man, it's in about a week or so, and I'm sitting here like, I might as well start walking now. I get there fast, and I just start walking now. Then, you know, mess around with TSA. They got 4-day wait. Uh, TSA right now.
Yeah,
you know,
your whole birthday pass waiting to board your plane, waiting to
you know
get
what
through
I'm saying?
clearance.
It's ridiculous out here, man. So,
Help
um,
us, Holy Ghost.
every day we stray further and further, and this is what happens. These are the kinds of things that happen. Um, but yeah, man, that's what's up. Next thing, shout out as we always like to do. Want to give a quick shout out first of all to Rich and Q. Big shout out to y'all doing y'all thing right now. Handling business on the work front, handling business on the family front, man. So shout out to them. We of course always love to have them. We miss them when they're not here, but we absolutely understand that we are men and fathers first. So that's what it is. Guys handling business.
Taking
And
care of business.
every day, oh yeah, man. Uh, and then also, as I like to do, is I want to shout out the chat because the chat also gets it in. Y'all be having your own little sidebar conversation sometimes. I love that. So stay active, stay interactive. We got some things for y'all tonight that I think are going to drive the conversation. Right about now is a great time to remind you, if you have not already, to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, especially them bald head scallywag friends of yours. Tell them. Okay, all right. Tell them this the episode right here. They're gonna want to tune in too. Okay, as you see already, what we're gonna be talking about. Excuse me. We're gonna be talking about men retreating in relationships and why that may be. We're gonna be talking about that, and also our question of the night. We are going to ask, and this is y'all just get ready. I'm gonna ask y'all. Do y'all think that fish can see the air? Do you think that fish can see air? All right. I'm just gonna say I was having this conversation with my wife yesterday, and if she's available, I'm gonna have her come in here too. But do y'all think that fish can see the air? That's the question I'm asking. I'm gonna be asking it throughout. I might even put it up on the thing. Do y'all think the fish can see the air? All right. Let me
You
know what y'all. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
you
Matter
asking
of
that
fact,
as a
don't no.
serious question?
I'm lying. I'm lying. Don't answer it
Oh,
yet. We're gonna talk about it at
okay.
the end. Don't answer it yet. But all right, things to consider. Okay. We breathe air. We can't see the air. Fish breathe water. Can they see water? And if they can't see water, can they see the air the same way we see the water? That's the question.
Things that make you say,
Mm-hmm.
hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Wait, we're gonna talk about it more at the end of the show. All right. That's just for those of y'all that's into the greenery. All right. This is a hits blunt moment right here. Okay. This is a hits blunt question. Okay. But and I got mine prepared. Don't you worry none. All right. Anyway, again, shout out to the chat, man. We're gonna be getting at y'all. Oh yeah, yep. I see y'all already. We getting active already. What's happening? Lisa the goddess. Yeah. That's what it is. Asia, long time, all the time. She's in the game. Welcome. Got a few more I know that's gonna be coming in. So let's get ready to get this party started.
Started right.
Let's go to basketball. Y'all know how we do. We're going to talk about some basketball. We're going to talk about some sports. Man law, first and foremost. Damn it. NBA. That's right. The NBA is expanding, and we are getting back the Seattle Supersonics. That's right. Bring back the Seattle Supersonics. Seattle is getting an NBA franchise once again, along with, I believe it's Las Vegas that's getting a franchise. Gonna be coming to the NBA in a couple years. Kev, you know, man. You know, I'm gonna kick this over to you, our basketball guy, man. What are your thoughts about this, man?
So first of all, it's long overdue if you're asking me. Which Adam Silver has talked for some years now, saying that they didn't want to like dilute the talent pool, but I believe that the NBA is in a great place, and particularly with the collective bargaining agreement, that they have in place, where teams can't really afford to keep multiple superstars. Um, you got to send them somewhere. So as we're starting to see a lot more parity in the league, I think this is a great time to bring some teams in. I'm super excited for Seattle because Seattle's been one of the best fan bases and support systems for a basketball team. It was sad to see them go. So I think they deserve that reward. And Las Vegas has shown us flat out that they can handle um, teams coming in. Think of what they've done for the Las Vegas Aces. Shout out to my girl Asia Wilson. Even with how terrible the Raiders are, Las Vegas still manages to show up for them. And I think Vegas has a hockey team as well. So Vegas is, they're primed, and with all of the sports betting, why would you not have a NBA team right there in Las Vegas? The
How
only
about it?
question that I have is what then, because Seattle and Vegas are West Coast locations, therefore West Coast teams. So what is that going to mean in terms of the league? Like you're going to have to shift one of the teams that's like right in the middle that is currently West to the East in order to keep the conferences even. So I'll be curious to see how that conversation goes and what ends up coming out of it. But yeah, I'm just elated for the league, and I think there'll be some players who are like right on the fringe that will find their way back into the league because there will be space for them. So that's an exciting part too, especially watching a lot of this young talent kind of making names for themselves. I've had to do a lot more looking into players because every night you see somebody different who's just kind of showing up and doing their thing. So yeah, the league is in a great place, and the people are going to show up, and yeah, it's going to be dope. But definitely super happy for Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle's one of the all-time great sports cities in America. I think. They are the 12th man. You know what I'm saying in football. They've supported their Mariners. for the longest time. I mean, even you know uh, uh, the Storm, the Seattle Storm. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
they ride heavy for them, and of course, obviously, and I mentioned that because that's a little bit less popular of a franchise in grand scheme, the grand scale.
Yeah.
But Seattle fans, they ride for their teams, and I think I thought it was a tragedy to see Seattle leave in the first place, but certainly to see them leave, and at the time, I've grown to like OKC, but at the time, I was thinking to go to Oklahoma, of all places.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm.
thought that was weird, but obviously OKC made the best of it. So shout out to them. What I found interesting was that OKC never took any of Seattle's history with them. A lot of times you see teams when they go from a city to a city, they keep a lot of the old history. For example, when the Browns became the Ravens, they still kept a lot of that old Browns history until, of course, the Browns came back and blah blah blah, right? But they still kept a lot of that history. The Indianapolis Colts, they still have the legacy of the Baltimore Colts, for example, right? And so I thought it was interesting that OKC didn't do that with Seattle, so shout out to them. So again, all around, I think is good. Las Vegas, like you said, they've shown that they can hold it down and have a team and support them. And for the East Coast West Coast thing, so rumor has it, and I want to get your opinion on this. Rumor has it, it'll either be Minnesota or Memphis that goes from west to east. I think personally, especially if Minnesota goes, they're going to be a problem for the Eastern Conference. And I would think either one of them would probably want to place that bid. I don't know how that process works, but I'd imagine if they if anybody could say, "Hey, let us go," one of the middle teams could say, "Let us go to the Eastern Conference so we can go to work." I would think that Minnesota would want to throw the name in the hat for sure. What are your thoughts there?
So I'm a backtrack and then I'm gonna go forward. So I think there's a little bit of dichotomy that kept Oklahoma City from taking like some of the Seattle stuff with them. So of course, when New Orleans had Hurricane Katrina, then they played in Oklahoma City. And so it was really more the New Orleans team that got moved to City, and they by proxied, you know, Seattle's players. Like, but that's kind of what led to that creation. So that yeah, that part. And I'm with you. If
That's
Minnesota
back when
goes, then
they was the Hornets or New Orleans Hornets. Is that what that
Pelicans.
was that?
But yeah,
Oh, the
Hornets. Yeah.
Pelicans. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's right.
Charlotte to New Orleans. It just
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
yeah. I
of
remember
things.
all that.
Yep. So that part. But if Minnesota goes, it's a problem. If I was Memphis, I'd want to go because they've found no suitors for Ja Morant. So I think just a whole conference change will help them with reestablishing an identity and a place that they can move forward. Because I don't know, boy is going to be able full season of healthy Ja Morant and focused Ja Morant before people even ask the question like, well, what can we do with him? So I think I think a relocation would be good for them just to kind of reestablish themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
No.
I'm with that. Oh
No.
no, wait, you can't hear me? Can you not hear me? Oh, I hear you. I hear
I
you.
can't hear you.
Oh, that's crazy. I hear you.
Oh, that's crazy. Can y'all hear
All
Trey?
right.
I guess is the $100 million question because
Yeah, on the
I mean, even
yeah
though
the
we kind of
stream's
can't
coming
have a
through.
conversation if I can't hear him, but you know, can you all hear him?
The,
Because that's a very real thing. They say
the
yeah,
stream is coming through. Yeah, the
so
stream
it's
is
me. I'm
coming
the
through. That's
problem.
interesting. Yep.
Christ.
Yep. That's all good. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Um, we have no idea. I have
We
no idea
live.
what's going
We
on.
live.
Are we? Yeah,
Okay.
we
All
live,
right.
man. That's what happens when
I'm
we live. Are we back?
then
Are you back?
I'm gonna refresh myself and see if that fixes the problem. We're having so much fun here.
Say no more. Look, it's all good. I'm gonna bring him back in. I want to get his opinion on this on an all time thing. But while we're still on the subject of basketball, okay, here we
Yeah,
go. Here
that's
we go. You back?
fixed
Are we
it.
back? Okay, you
Yeah,
gave
that
me
fixed
now.
it.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. In that case, I don't gotta switch nothing up then. All right, cool. We're gonna keep on rolling. Keep on rolling that schedule. So let me get your take on this, right? I saw this on what do they call it now? They call it X now, right? And this is who would win in an all-time match, right? You got the all-time Supersonics versus the all-time Thunder. Who do you think wins this matchup? We got Gary Payton, Ray Allen, Kevin Durant, Sean Kemp, and Jack Sigma, responsible for the Sigma move for the
Um,
all-time Sonics.
this is actually a little crazy because Kevin Durant really does belong on the all-time Thunder.
I would think he'd belong in the all-time Thunder too, but we'll assume we're talking about young Kevin Durant in this case.
Yeah. So if we're talking young Kevin Durant, and I think that is what makes the difference here. I would I would give the slightest. No, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. Jeez, this might be a coin. Like this, legitimately might be a coin flip. And stay with me. So like Gary Payton is like a supreme defender. Russell Westbrook has a motor that doesn't quit and literally does all the things. So, Russell Westbrook, better rebounder, better passer. If you break Oscar Robinson's record, you gotta be the things. But Gary Payton's level of defense, of course, being called a glove. So I'm essentially cancel the two of them out. Ray Allen, and this is Seattle Ray Allen, which was more of a shooter. Like the Bucks Ray Allen was a slasher. This Ray Allen's a shooter. SGA, can get a bucket at any time. But like SGA is, I would say, a better like shot creator and score, his ability to get to the line. So I'm gonna get an edge to him. Durant and Williams is not close. Durant gonna have his way with him. It's just that length is unstoppable. Serge Ibaka, now, while people would give the edge to Sean Kemp, and I can understand it, Sean Kemp's game was around the basket. Serge Ibaka was not only a great defender, but then he learned to stretch the floor. So now you're dealing with a stretch four, which kind of puts Sean Kemp in a wild way. And then 7'4", 7'3", 7'4" Chet Holmgren, who can put the ball on the floor and all that. Will he get knocked around by Sigma? Absolutely. But again, Sigma's got to step out and guard him on the perimeter, and that length can be a bit of a disruption. So I'm gonna give a slight edge to the all-time Thunder, but like a Kevin Durant, Ray Allen, you know what I'm saying, combo could literally shoot them into a win at any given time.
Yeah. I tend to agree with the majority of that. I'm gonna give the nod to the all-time Sonics for just a couple of reasons. I think the X factor in this case is Gary Payton. Um, And that's no knock on Russell Westbrook. I think the X factor in this case is Gary Payton, and more specifically, Gary Payton having Ray Allen, Kevin Durant, and Sean Kemp to play with. Right? We saw the damage that the glove did when he basically had just Sean Kemp. You know what I'm saying? Like he made himself a Hall of Famer with basically just I can't recall because Sigma was before his time. That was like that. I think he was on that '79 championship team.
Mm.
So that would have been before his time. Uh, I can't think. Can you think of any other like? And Seattle fans, I'm sorry, but can you think of any other like stars or all star, one time all star, two-time all stars that Seattle had in those years?
I
I
I
can't.
think I think the only single, and it may be a reach, would be Detlef Schrempf. But
Okay,
I
that
don't.
left shrimp. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't like I can't like truly picture. Yeah, I can't see it.
That's what I'm saying. Like I can't see nobody either. And so I gotta figure, you give me the glove, right? with a sharpshooting Ray Allen, a dominant Sean Kemp, and Jack Sigma down low. And I mean, you could say Ibaka and Holmgren may cancel them out because their defense. I'm a big fan of Ibaka. Serge Ibaka, big fan of him. And even their stretch four, as dominant as Kemp and Sigma is, like you said, their stretch four, maybe that cancels it out. But then you got Kevin Durant that can do all the above.
Yeah.
And I think if you give a Gary Payton the option of a Ray Allen, a Ray Allen outside, a Sean Kemp and Jake Sigma inside, and a Kevin Durant wherever, I just I don't know how this team I don't know how this team stops that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for me, it's probably the athleticism of their, because again, like Russell Westbrook's motor is like it's never ending. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And
that's
like he's
true.
always said, like the reason why I play that hard is because I want like people to be fearful. So not showing age, we absolutely are.
Yeah, yeah,
So like
we're absolutely showing our age.
yeah, I think a motor like that. Now I'll say he's an X factor offensively because he's gonna shoot you in or out of a game. So like that could
Right,
be the problem.
right,
But
right.
but if he's on, and if we
He's a
talking,
problem.
and Thunder Russell Westbrook, remember Thunder Russell Westbrook was MVP. Thunder Russell Westbrook was, averaging triple double for 2, 3 straight seasons. You know what I'm
He did.
saying? Like
He
that's
did.
that's a wild boy. And of course, Shea's on his MVP right now. Williams was a super factor in their championship. Holmgren. So
Yeah.
you got 3 champions on that team. Um, well, Gary Payton got it with Miami, but he wasn't like
Yeah, yeah, but he
the
wasn't he wasn't the guy at that
yeah,
point.
so
Ray
like
has one, KD has two.
yeah,
Really, Sean Kemp the only one that don't got a ring on that squad. He the only one that don't
right,
got a ring, and he's been to the finals. I mean, he lost to Michael Jordan. There's no shame in that.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's of
Um,
course the story for Ibaka. Got and Westbrook gets to the finals and run into LeBron James.
Running to LeBron James in the Heat, right? And there's no
Yeah,
shame in that. I mean,
yeah.
so yeah, same thing. I don't know. We're kind of tired on this. So y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. All right, tell us what y'all think. Team A, all time Sonics. Team B, all time Thunder. Man, who do you think wins in a one-on-one battle for supremacy?
For shizzle,
Supremacy. You know what I'm saying?
for shizzle.
Speaking of supremacy, actually two things. Speaking of supremacy, but first, March Madness is coming to March Madness is coming to an end. There's been some crazy games. I love this time of year, man. College basketball is is so is so much fun, and they have, I think, March Madness, that tournament bracket system, that one and done, that win or go home mentality. Every game,
Every
I
game.
think it's such a welcome I mean, the series format is cool, and I get it. You reward the home fans and of the teams that made it, and blah blah blah. I get that, but one and done. There's just something about one and done. Something about do or die. And so March Madness had a lot of that, and is having a lot of that. I think Duke played earlier today, right? Who won that game? Did they win?
I do not know. I had my eye
Okay.
on the because I didn't get home till a little later this evening, so my eye was on the UConn women's game because I think their
Okay.
winning streak is something up to like 52, 53 games, and so that's what I had my eye on. And I believe the last I saw they were up by considerable margin, so I'm gonna believe that they pulled it out. But yeah, I am
Listen,
not sure. Let us go
Gino
to
Ariema and ladies, the UConn Huskies, the Lady Huskies, man. They, like, every
yeah,
year,
Duke got it done.
Duke got it up. Very good, very good. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah,
I
that
am a
that
Duke fan in real life. For those of you who don't know, I ain't bandwagon. I've been a Duke. I've been doing this for 30, 35, 40 years. Almost. I've been a Duke fan for a long time. All right. So yeah, let's go, let's go. Although there's a couple other schools looking real good. I'm just hoping Duke stays dominant here. Um, that's my pick. We got quite a few, but UConn and Gino Auriemma, man, they made that what's that coach? They made that coach cry, man. The coach from Syracuse, man. Look, you.
Oh, listen.
They made her cry, boy. She had a press conference. She sounded like she was in tears for real, man.
But listen, it is hard to run into that kind of team that's that well coached, with that kind of legacy. Like it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hard, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're great, you're great. If you're great, you're great. Michael Jordan, people hated Michael Jordan because he was great. If you're great, you're great. Beat him.
Yeah.
You don't want him winning all the time. Beat him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. I would never plot on somebody's job like this or like that. But when I heard that from a basketball coach at a competitive school, right? I'm sorry. That reeks of weakness, man. That just reeks of weakness. Oh, we always have to get UConn in this bracket. Look, man. Whenever you ran up against UConn, they was gonna run up over you.
Like with zero shame.
With zero shame. You know what I'm saying? I think they busted them up like 98-45 or something like that. They busted them up. I get it. But yeah, y'all wasn't good enough. Yeah, you got to coach better. You got to get better players. Y'all got to get better. She over here crying, talking about it's discrimination. What she talking about? It's discrimination.
Now
It's discrimination.
That part is wild.
It's a personal attack. She said. She took the L. Imagine a male head coach saying that. That's all I'm saying. Imagine a male head coach coming up saying, we always have to get the best team in our tournament, and it's just demoralizing for our play. How quick do you think they'd be fired, bro?
Well, listen, that we have heard some coaches like that, who
They
either
ain't last long.
yeah, those make for some timeless rants, if it ain't the way that schedules are set up, and particularly on the college football side, especially, like with the nil deals, we done heard some real crying coming out of
That's true.
that side.
That's true.
But yeah, it you gotta find a way. You gotta find a way. You gotta play the game.
You got to. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know,
And,
Gino Auriemma has obviously figured out something because, like you said, we're talking about 20, 25, 30 years of dominance.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what season it is. Doesn't matter who the players are. Don't matter who the personnel is. UConn is a problem every year. I don't think I don't recall them ever having a losing season.
Yeah,
and I can't. The seasons where they would lose like 3 or 4 or 5 games were like off seasons.
They were failures.
They were failures, abject failures. You know, like that's the legacy of that coach, man. They lose 3 games, it's like, oh, UConn, they're human this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's got it figured out, man. And but they're not unbeatable. They lose.
For sure.
They lose. So step your game up, lady.
Yeah, Staley, Coach Staley has had some things to say about it.
Hey, but didn't she beat him once?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But she stayed the course and she beat him.
You gotta take your lumps.
That's how it's supposed to get better. Take your L, lick your wounds, and get better. That's it. That's all. All right, anyway. Enough about basketball. I appreciate all of y'all in the chat for indulging me in this basketball talk. Straight up. Let's move on. And so the second thing, so I said, speaking of supremacy, right? Speaking of supremacy, we might got some problems with supremacy of the white variety. Possibly. This is the one you sent me earlier, Kev. Look, man, I'm just look, all of y'all in the chat, because some of y'all be sending me stuff too. That's where some of these viewer submissions come from. Y'all be sending me stuff too, and I just want to go on record and say that I'm trying to stop cussing. Okay, I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard to stop cussing, and y'all keep sending me these things, and I'm just like, what the? and all kinds of filth, foul, and filth be coming out my mouth because of you people. Because y'all be sending me stuff that be triggering me, all right?
What do you mean, you people? You know.
You know. What you mean us people? You know what I mean us people.
I think he's back
Sending me stuff to trigger me on purpose. Shout out to my LBs, man. They always send me stuff to trigger me on purpose. But anyway, that being said, let's take a look at this Pharaoh file, man. Check this out.
Now look at
PG County. I am the mother of multiple students who attend PG County schools. My son is in the pre-K program under PG County. This notebook right here is written to me from his Caucasian teacher. He has a white woman as a teacher who lets me know how he's doing on a daily basis. She has showed me or written to me that he has used foul language in previous days, and she has always abbreviated it. Today, she said that he used the word nigger, and this white woman decides to spell out the word nigger. It's just real ironic to me that she abbreviated when he used effing or B, but when it came time to use the word nigger, she wanted to spell that out. PG County, the majority of your teachers are extremely immature or mentally ill. What is the hiring process?
See what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna quote 50 Cent on this one. What'd she say fuck me for? No, the majority of us are mentally ill.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm a PG County teacher, and I'm pretty good at my job.
My man's just healed over here. You know what I'm saying? Over here, in therapy and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, we are okay.
Do the work over here.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and call this lady foul. And that's not, county bias. I want to start here. If your child has to have a running log of the things that they are saying, maybe we focus more on the log and the need for it than we do what the teacher writes in the log. Now, not to say like it wouldn't be a little wild if like she did, put B asterisk 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 D asterisk asterisk and then all of a sudden was like nigga. But on the page she showed, the word bitch was spelled out and nigga was spelled out, like, so like one, it's not that deep. It's not like she said, hey, your little nigga child is saying nigga. Like that, then, punch her in the mouth. But just to be like she wrote the word out is definitely a deflection. It's a lack of accountability on your part as a parent. Cause again, like my child don't be talking like that. Cause if he was talking like that, he'd be, hanging from a coat rack. I We had a birthday party for him, and one of his friends, little friends came with us, and his little friend was talking crazy. I jacked his little friend up and was like, "Hey, listen, I don't know what they allow you to do in your house, but you're not finna do it around my kid, because if he start repeating what you're saying, then I'm gonna have to knock you out." And then me and his little friend had a clear understanding, and they were 5 years old at the time. So like, discipline your kid, and then you don't have to worry about the running log.
Your kid got a running log because he's running wild. And that's your fault. That's your fault. Straight up. Let's read this letter real quick, right? This letter say, he said, Miss Saida, what are you looking at, nigga, bitch? So like you said, excuse me, bitch is spelled out, right? Other parts of the day went well, played nicely, hugged, hugged a friend, whatever, sat at the circle time. Okay. So everything good, except that for whatever reason, he had a reaction saying, what are you looking at, nigga? And it said bitch. So unless the kid got Tourette's or something like that, which, That's what it is. What it is. This kid got Tourette's. He got that from you. Okay. And so this is your fault. This is a clear reflection of you and how you raise your kids. And if I'm not mistaken, she said pre-K,
which is even more egregious. Kid
pre-K
can't do basic math, but know all the profanities. Them the ones
in
that be
proper context.
them the ones that be TikToking too much. TikToking way
like
too
like
much.
you like your kid shouldn't be and you know your kid should not be a championship profanity user in pre-K.
Can we talk about it?
You know that like they shouldn't. Again, that's a direct reflection on you because at that age, children don't know how to do anything except monkey see, monkey do. They don't know outside of what they see. A big part of my motivation for trying to stop cussing is I don't want my kids repeating what I say. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I don't want my kids repeating some of the things that I say. So that means I got to stop saying some of them things myself. This is a reflection on you. And the fact that the kid felt that it was okay to say that to an adult in the first place. My kids would never.
Yeah.
My kids would never. Especially to an adult in the first place. Again.
Because before you could get it out your mouth,
that,
you picking yourself up off the floor.
I'll kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. Straight up. So yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. That's a reflection. That's a reflection directly on her.
That's on her. That's on her.
Foul.
And and you represent the gorgeous Prince George's, man. Come on.
The
Come on.
gorgeous Prince George. She, you know,
do
she's a
better.
DC shorty. Come on, man.
Do better. And where did she record this? And who's recording for her? Like, where your friends at? Because listen, you know, like, and you can kind of get a feel for where people are based on the comments tore her. They ate her up. Like, baby, your priorities wrong. Hey, you still got time to take this down. Like, you know, like you really thought you ate with this, huh? Where your friends at?
You know,
Where
her page, you know, she's a rapper and all that, you know, which is cool. Some stuff be funny. Stuff be funny, good lyricists, all that. But, you know, she definitely again using the same kind of language like what you would see you know, in her music. Like she's not like making, you know, child friendly in the manner of speaking music. Like even not necessarily child friendly content, but at least child friendly words. You know what I'm saying? No. It's the raunchy lyrics. It's the explicit lyrics. You know, in front of the baby. So again, this is a reflection of you. And there's
Damn, your sound went
I
away
don't want to
again.
hear no excuse. I want. Oh, you said what?
I don't know what's happening here. It's gonna be that kind of night. I ain't even had that much to drink, so I know I'm not tripping.
No, you're not. You're not.
Cool. We'll be right back.
You go, okay, all right, cool. Well, anyway, as I was saying, he gonna have to refresh and come back. But as I was saying, yeah, man, that makes absolutely no sense. Like I said, that's a direct reflection of you. You know, do better by your kids, man. Do better by your kids, right?
That's
okay.
the bottom line.
Back. Do better by your kids in the end, right? You know, the smackdown would happen immediately. That's what I'm saying. Before they got the word halfway out, they'd have been knocked down 3-4 times already. What we talking about? You know, same thing with like these teenage takeovers. What's happening in these different cities and stuff like that? Man, that's a reflection on the parents. Get your kids. I know, I get it. I know kids do stuff. They sneak out, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. Listen, let me find out. Let me ever find out one of my kids was one of the ones what snuck out, and they live in my roof. Oh, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, this is gonna be a problem.
I'm collecting all your stuff at bedtime.
Everything.
I don't care how old my son gets. When I say it's time, your phone goes with me. If you got an iPad goes with me. You got a laptop goes with me. And it's gonna be in the room with me. I'm spooning with your electronics.
till you're old enough and therefore responsible enough to buy your own stuff. Let me find out you involved in any of that.
Because what you're not about to be up all night. You need your rest so that you can be sharp the next day.
So
You're not about to be talking crazy to people, middle of the night. You ain't gonna be sexting no little girl. Like we ain't having none of these.
Nope.
And not that I have plans of like going through his stuff, but here's how I want the relationship to go. I should be able at any point to say, unlock your phone and give it to me. And the minute you become apprehensive about that, we got to have a whole new conversation.
Straight up. You know, that's what protecting your kids looks like. You know, and that doesn't mean that they aren't allowed to do anything. It's that they're allowed to do things within reason and with proper supervision. That's just how parenting works. You know, otherwise you end up raising little nigglets, because that's basically what happened. That's basically what happened. You know what I'm saying? Who need raise little niglet children that need a reporting law? That's what ends up happening. They over here blaming somebody else. Over here talking about, calling out racism. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Miss me with that foolishness, man. If we want to call out racism, call out racism. Call out real racism. This ain't racism. This is you raised a little badass niglet kid, and this is the teacher telling you about what your niglet kid did in class.
In the blackest county.
Most successful black county.
Well,
one of them anyway.
I was gonna say
Charles County's up there.
Charles beat us out, man.
Charles beat PG. Okay, all right.
Just like it's like the margin is slim, but also PG taxes are too high.
Well. It's not that episode. I'm not gonna say that, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. They've been, and the crazy part, they've been high for a long time. Like,
yeah, they have.
Yeah,
they have. Sky high for quite some time. Just like the DC and everything surrounding them four little corners.
Yeah.
Anyway, overpriced denim. Anyway, let's move on. Because that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Talking about being triggered. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? So I'll be over here trying to stop cussing, and now then it be stuff like that.
Raise your kids is what we're saying.
These kids, what? Raise your kids right, man. All right, moving on. Viewer submission time. Let's get it.
New developments in the case of a North Carolina TikToker influencer. She was found liable for destroying a Durham couple's marriage. And today a judge ruled that Brene Kennard will have to pay part of her $1.75 million judgment while she appeals the case.
A big story. WRIO's Flynn Snyder is breaking down the latest chapter in this widely talked about legal battle involving North Carolina's alienation of affection law.
Yes, I do. North Carolina TikToker Brene Kennard back on the stand, now ordered to pay $40,000 while she appeals a verdict involving a social media love triangle.
Is it fair to say that you have gotten some payments just from people visiting your page due to this case?
Yes.
Do you expect that to last?
Probably not. In November, Kennard was ordered to pay $1.75 million after being found liable of ruining a marriage. A lawsuit filed in Durham County accused Kennard, who has nearly 3 million TikTok followers, of having an affair with her manager, Tim Montague. The suit was brought by the manager's now ex-wife, Akira Montague, who cited North Carolina's alienation of affection law. It allows a spouse to sue the person they blame for an affair that ends a marriage. Today, reviewing bank statements, Kennard told a judge the trial hurt her ability to make money from brands online.
Since the allegations that have been upon me, stalker, a Jezebel, a liar, it really just doesn't look good to the public eye.
Meanwhile, Montague's lawyers said Kennard can pay, but is spending elsewhere.
You said you don't post on Facebook often, but you have the ability to post and make money. Isn't that correct? Yes. I choose not to. It's too much negative.
Ultimately, a judge ordered Kennard pay $40,000 while the appeals process plays out. Flint Snyder, WRAL News, Durham.
Kennard also faces a cyber stalking charge stemming from all of this. A hearing in that case is set for May 7th.
We're sick people. We're working for the future, because working for the present, we ain't making no progress.
We're sick people, man. Between we could probably play that at the end of every segment here tonight. I tell you. Yeah, y'all see Kev is stuck. He's not frozen. This is not a technical difficulty. This is not a glitch in the matrix, which is Kev is legitimate. My man's is legitimately confused here. For good reason. Talk to us, brother. What's up, man? And y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments.
So first of all, this North Carolina law is new to me. But hey, listen,
I
you
think
play
it's
stupid.
crazy.
It's
It's a crazy law.
I think but I think it's a fantastic law. Okay, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And I leave married people alone. Leave married people alone. Now it's one thing because people do fantastic jobs of living double lives. So it'd be one thing if you didn't know, but if you know somebody married and you still choose it, you you deserve everything that's coming to you. I mm, yeah, she wild. And look, karaoke be fun. I feel like I'm gonna be referencing karaoke all night. Karaoke be fun. Like my job, which I don't think people get, like when you're in entertainment, my job is to entertain you. Don't mean I like you, okay? And I had this very inebriated woman approach me like, "Hey, you want to take my number?" And it was a giant ring on her finger. I was like, "Hey, listen, like, lady, you a little drunk." That's so cute. Hi, you so crazy. Nah, you married and you drunk. So I'm gonna need you to go ahead somewhere. She was like, no, it's cool. You just take my number. We can be friends. Let me stop you there. Cause then I'm gonna have to be friends with your husband too. Like, and she was like, that's okay. Hey, excuse me. Can y'all come get y'all friend? Like, I don't, And she was like, you really about to, hey, listen, I don't mess around with that covenant. I ain't married, but I understand how important the covenant of marriage is. And if I were to ever be in that position, I wouldn't want nobody messing with my covenant. And you know what I'm saying? So like I can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. Come get y'all friend. Okay? So y'all play stupid games, you gonna win some stupid prizes. And that's a her prizes is giving to the needy.
Yeah. If this were fair or foul, I'd actually say that the law is fair. You know what I'm saying? Is the law? I mean, listen. I think that is a reasonable. I think that's a reasonable thing. In this case, again, you married, you got the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like you made. I sound like a broken record. I know I say it every episode, just about it feels like, but you made a promise to this woman under the eyes of God and all of these witnesses to be there for her, to love, honor, keep, and forsake all others. Keep yourself only to her, so long as you both shall live. You basically made that. That as long as you both shall live. So you got the ring. What's the thing, right? And then now you over here though, but you with that thing, and that thing ain't the thing that you got the ring with. I can't blame really the can't blame the young lady for saying, "Hey man, let me go ahead and come up off some of that cash. Cool. You want my man? You got to pay for it." And that's basically what she said.
Yeah. She just
You
paid
want my man? You got to pay for it.
she just paid off their wedding.
How about it?
And that lady get to go. That lady get to. She just paid for that lady to go get her groove back.
She gonna be. Never mind. Let me not. Let me. Oh my goodness. Wow. Let me stop. But she gonna be one of them ones in Mexico. If you know what I'm saying.
Come,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get folded.
You know. Um, and also, man, fellas, listen, man. Some of these treacherous. He told you about some of these treacherous, sharp clawed harpies. He telling you about some of them. You know, they get a little bit entertained and they want to do some entertaining themselves, man. You got listen.
We gotta do better. We are sick people.
We are sick people. all the more reason why I'm kind of like, well, you know, it's a way to. That's a way to kind of hold somebody accountable for things like no fault divorce. You know, I made this promise: love, honor, protect, blah 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 forever, but I'm not happy anymore. So nuts to that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is probably a way to a good way to hold people accountable in a society that kind of operates like that. I know I made this promise, but I'm not happy no more.
Wild times. Wild times. And then and I mean, just seems like accountability is they be dodging accountability like Neo in the Matrix. You know, and it was like you can make like you can still make content to make money. She was like, it's too much negative. Like, hey, listen, I'm not sure, lady, if you're familiar with social media, it's driven by negative. So, the more people you got calling you a harlot and a Jezebel, that's the more engagement your page has. Doesn't mean you got to respond to them, but they're there bringing the revenue.
Yep, bringing and they could call you whatever they want. My dog, they call me whatever they want, as long as that check clear.
Right, but you can't call me broke.
But you can't call me broke. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody worried. I'm not. What? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! These are the kinds of things that cause major rifts in society for real. Like all these things are like they start with something small. It starts from just the relationship in the house. It spreads out to stuff in the community. Then before you know it, it's a city, right? And then it's just society as a whole. And now where we are right now is we're in a society that doesn't seem at least to respect the sanctity of marriage, and don't seem to want many don't seem to want to do the work required required to keep the marriage afloat. And we talk about this all the time, that the happily ever after syndrome, where we act like everything's supposed to be perfect all the time, going on 10 years married, and we are happy. We're very happy, but I'd be lying if I said everything was perfect. But it takes work to get through that. Yeah, it takes work.
Yeah, man.
I love how every time I'm talking about it, she pops up. I love it.
Hey,
See,
wifey.
we just be in sync like that. We just be in sync
It
like that.
be
What's up, babe?
in sync. Every little thing I do.
So I go. All right. So yeah, I'm in favor of the law personally. I'm just putting a wrapper on that. Next thing, because this is an important, I think, an important thing to talk about. Um, and we talk about the mentality of men and what things we like, what we don't like, what we'll do under certain circumstances, and stuff like that, and all of those things, of course, are true. This I had to we put two of these together real quick because I think we got to look at this from two different perspectives. So This is now the headline, the thumbnail, what y'all have seen, the moment y'all been waiting for. Yeah, she get it. Say her name, man. She appears. I believe in Savannah. I believe in Savannah. That's my baby. My baby. Anyway.
There goes my...
The hell was I saying? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so anyway, I think it's important to see this from both sides, right? So let's lock in real quick and look at what some reasons why it may be that men retreat in relationships or men retreat from their wives. We got a lot of different perspectives here. Let's get to it.
Is it normal for a married man to retreat to solitude when conversations get tough for months?
What's happening in that solitude?
He will go into the basement.
And you'll have no interaction during that time?
Not even 2 words.
The only place I can hide in the house with a woman I no longer want to be married to is in my basement. Period. You ready for the next question? Because when a man is in the house and he does not want to talk to the person he lives with, it is a problem. We're going to go to childhood. We're going to go to all these different things, but maybe his problem is you.
You lucky that we almost that we.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes that nigga. I'm up. Yes.
Now she said that he was in there for months.
Yes.
We're not going to excuse that because we as women don't get a chance to lock ourselves in a basement for months and not be able to talk to you.
Yes.
We still have to show up as a wife, right? I still got to show up as a wife, as a confidant, as a friend, as a therapist, as a cook, as a sex slave, and everything else. I got to show up, right? I can't sit and play on games for no months.
Exactly.
So therefore, y'all men need to get that under control. When your wife is talking to you about a tough conversation and a concern, stop hearing it as white noise and hear it as a woman that God assigned to you and treat her the way that you're supposed to treat her. So we're not going to keep on excusing this. We're not going to be telling women it's because he don't want to be married to you no more. It's because he has not developed the capacity that he needs to develop. That is his responsibility. Y'all want us to play therapists and show y'all how to be men in these relationships. Figure it out.
No. Clap it up. I love it. Clap it up. Clap it up.
Communicate. Figure it out.
Yes. I agree with you, which further drives my point home. It sounds like that man quit. And a lot of times men don't leave the relationship. They quit on it so you leave. Because guess what that allows me to do? Blame her when she leaves. She broke up my family. She took the kids. She this and she that. I get to not be the bad guy because I made you leave because I quit. I stopped fighting. I stopped trying. I stopped arguing. I stopped communicating. I didn't want to go to therapy. I went to the basement and I waited for you to get fed up enough to leave me. Because when you leave me, I get to cry to my friends and say, she don't understand me. It's not a safe space. And it gives me that sympathy card. I'm telling you, I know somebody that's quitting on a relationship when I see it. And everything they said just further highlights my point.
I'm sitting here sick and worried. And this man is sitting in this car. Really? 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 Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car?
Huh?
Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in there.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car? Is your life like that difficult? Why don't you come inside? For an hour you've been out here? You've been out here for an hour?
It looks like it. I just need to rest.
Do you want me to bring you something?
Peace and quiet.
Come inside, baby.
No.
Come on.
No. Just close the door, please. Just close the door.
Well, I'm gonna come and sit next to you.
No.
Did you just lock the door? Open the door. Open the door.
We're sick people. We're working for the future. Because working for the present, we ain't making no progress.
Let's see what I'm talking about. Every time I be trying to stop cussing.
Then something like that come up. Darn it to
Okay.
heck.
Darn it.
Darn it
Heck, you
to heck.
lickers.
Kerfluffin. If like
Son of a basket weaver. Go. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. All right, so when men retreat in a relationship, are they trying to avoid the responsibility of working things out? Are they trying to make the wife leave so that they can garner sympathy, or are they choosing peace? What say you?
I think it could so in fairness, I believe it can be all of those things. Um I listen, I because we didn't uh, let me speak for myself. I've existed in every space. So I have in my early dating career, um, like I lived that. I didn't want to be the bad guy. So, I didn't like just outright be wild. I would just stop doing stuff. Like just like you said, just stop communicating. So like I know what it's like to just kind of isolate in the hopes that the person would leave. But I also understand, kind of to what happened in the second video. Like that man is he said, I can't get no peace in the house. So he probably has tried to communicate his needs, and it falls on deaf ears. Or it's like he makes himself vulnerable and it's held against him, like something like that is probably happening. So I've been in that space before too, where like you did try and try and try and try to have conversations in ways that, like, you're not raising your voice, you're not yelling, you're not screaming, you're sharing your thoughts and feelings, you're explaining the why, like you've literally laid it out with manuscript and cliff notes, and you got like co-authors and all of that. Like it's therapeutic information, and you still not being heard, and it's not being received, and there's no like change in your partner. So like you just be like, well, F it, I'm not saying nothing else, because like what's the point? You can already foreshadow what's going to happen as a result of you saying it. So it literally could be any of those things. I've seen it all, and I've been on a lot of sides of those coins.
Yeah. I can't personally say that I've been on the side of trying to get sympathy so I can say, "Oh, she left me." So I don't think I've ever done. I can't say that I've ever done that. Um, and for me personally, I can't say that I've done the other part. Um, I'm just gonna avoid them in hopes that they just leave. I can't say that I've ever done that either. I've always been kind of a confront the situation or the problem head on, right? If we got a problem, let's deal with it now. And if it's gonna lead us breaking up, let's break up now so I can get to moving on, right? Um, so I can't say I've ever personally done that, but I absolutely have done the choosing peace avoidance, and I can say that um, the it looks the same either way, right? Um, in my case, I've been where bro at the end of the last video was, where it's just exhausting to be in the same space with somebody. And y'all all know how that is. It may or may not be a spouse or, somebody that you're intimate with. It could be somebody that you work with, right?
It be some of y'all friends or the people y'all call
It,
friends.
I was just about to say it could be some of them people in your friend circle. I was just about to say that. You know? Yeah, some of them bald head scallywag friends I'll be telling y'all about. Right?
That's why we told y'all to invite them to the show so that they can hear about themselves.
They need to
And
hear
make
about
that
themselves.
change.
Y'all be scared to tell them about themselves. It's okay. Tell them to come to us. We'll tell them about themselves. But seriously though, I, I totally, and I would argue that most men relate to the last guy. That doesn't mean that every man is in the same position as the last guy either. There's some of y'all that's doing the first two things and y'all acting like the last thing is happening, right? Some of y'all are doing exactly what Kitty said and exactly what I can never remember bro's name. I can never remember bro's name. But anyway, him. What they were saying. Some of y'all doing exactly what they were saying. But for those of us who can relate to the peace and quiet thing, all right, I'm gonna try to appeal to the ladies here. Um, ladies, again, broken record. Wicked men. Wicked want. Wicked peace. Wicked. We don't care. Wicked. We don't care. Wicked. We don't care about none of that love stuff. Wicked. None of that love stuff. We want wicked peace. Wicked peace. You dig it? You dig it? Okay. And if you're not peaceful, yes, men will retreat. Because we want peace, and we will. If that means that we have to get away from you to get it, then that means I guess we got to just get away from you. But that shouldn't be the case. You should be also providing peace. And yes, fellas, yes. The guys got to provide peace and all those other things too. Yeah, right. We're not talking about this right now. We're talking about the guys right now. Okay, we're talking about the guys with the ladies. That what you saw at the end of that last video. That narcissistic, emotional bullying behavior that she displayed. That's what we don't want. That's what makes us retreat. That's what makes us go to the basement for months. You put on this happy, smiley face all you want because nobody ever suspects the butterfly. But that's what makes us retreat. You ain't peaceful. You always fighting. Every time I gotta fight everybody at work. Gotta fight everybody, out in the world. I gotta fight traffic to get home. Fighting for my piece of the pie. And I gotta come home and fight you. Gotta fight for then because I gotta come home and fight you. Now I gotta fight for the kids. And fight for my right to be a father to my kids now because I had a fight with you. Because I'm always fighting with you.
Fight for your right to party, you know?
You know what I'm saying? You gotta fight for everything. At that point, look, man. Men, we only fight so we can get to a point of peace. Like we fight so y'all can leave me alone so I can just be at peace. Most of us anyway, right? Of course,
It's real out here.
That kind of stuff burns me up, man. Let us know what y'all think about that, man. Like, if you have your fellas in particular, have you ever been in that position, or ladies, have you seen the man retreat? And yours or one of your bald head scallywag friends, you seen the man retreat?
And it's just, like the woman in the second video, like she ain't ever turn her phone off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and That's where it just is disingenuous because like if you really care what was going on with me, this ain't for public consumption. It's, that's a conversation between us. And heavy on the, no means no, and my body, my choice. If you say, I'm gonna come sit with you, no, that's not what I want right now. At that point, you need to give me like the space that I'm asking for. And as a man, like, all right, now that we've gotten to this point, once you give me that moment, it's now up to me to come and talk to you after the fact. But like, you're not going, whatever you're trying to get in that moment, you're not going to get it, or you're not going to get it in a way that is well received. Like, there's a processing that needs to take place. It's a decompression that needs to take place, because if you don't give that space, then it explodes. And when it explodes, then it's harsh, and it seeks to be productive. So like, I just feel like she, what I'm saying, did not step outside of herself at that point, and like everything at that point becomes selfish.
Well, and that's ultimately what you can tell. You can tell that's what exhausted him. Like, you
Yeah.
the whole time you tell everything is always about her, right? She one of them happy wife, happy life hoes. Okay, and fellas, stay away from them.
Spouse and house.
Fellas, stay away from them. Happy house,
Spouse.
happy spouse. Happy spouse, happy house. I said it back. Happy spouse, happy. I've been drinking. All right, y'all, stop judging. Happy
I've
spouse,
been drinking.
happy house.
Spouse
See, I
house.
look. I
Spouse
see.
house. Spouse house.
House, spouse, spouse.
How now, brown
house,
cow?
spouse. Something like that. I'm
Unique,
doing it all
unique
wrong.
New York.
I mean, it's all messed up. But you know what I'm saying? Happy spouse, happy house. Damn it, y'all know, y'all get it. That's how it should be. But you can tell seriously that that's a house where the expectation is that it's all about her. It's all what
We,
she wants.
we got to do better.
You
We're sick
know,
people.
we're sick people. We're sick people. You can't even let that man rest. And I just think, like, if let's say she did, let's say she did, oh, that was behavior out of the ordinary, right? You could tell she didn't really care why he was asleep. She only cared why he wasn't in there with her at his post where he's supposed to be.
Bruh.
And if my wife found me outside sleeping, the first thing she'd ask me is, "Am I okay?" The second thing she asked me is, do I need anything? Is there a reason I didn't come in the house? And if I just said, I just need some peace and quiet. Okay, do you want to come in now, or no? Just I'd said no. Go ahead. And she said, okay, all right. Well, if you need me, call me. And that'd have been that. We might have, and we would have had a talk later about why I felt like I needed to go to the car for peace and quiet, because that's what the issue is. Why did he feel like he had to retreat to the car for peace and quiet? Why did the first guy feel like he had to retreat to the basement to get peace and quiet?
You. Uh, uh, Soldier boy, tell him you.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, listen, man, listen. Sometimes the problem be y'all. Look, we gonna call the fellas out when we wrong too. Don't get it twisted. Right? But calling the fellas out don't mean we not gonna call the ladies out. Like y'all be out of, a lot of y'all be out of order with that. The guys, y'all over here trying to get sympathy, not doing nothing in the relationship, so y'all complaining about how everybody always leaves me. That's bullshit too. Okay? You gotta do your part. You gotta handle your business. You gotta make sure that the person you with is compatible with you, but that's just it. Make sure the person that you with is compatible with you. Some people, they need everybody. We go to the gym. We're highly motivated, deeply dedicated, right, all the time, right? Some people need that. Other people need to chill out. If you the person that's chill, don't get with the person that's always on the go. Y'all are probably gonna clash. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. What's not my opinion is that men still, in the end, we value peace and respect over love and your box. We love your box.
We love your
But we
box.
value peace and respect. We love your box. We love your box. We love your box. But we value peace and respect.
We love your box.
We love your box though. Anyway, we love the box, especially when it's it's nice and it's a smooth landing, and smelling all flowery, fresh. You know what I'm saying, and smelling not like fish. And speaking of fish, let's go back to our initial question. The question we asked them, yeah, you like that one, don't you? You like that? Yeah, you tossed me that one. I had to make that one work. Yeah, okay. We didn't write that. We don't write any of this shit. Okay, y'all. Just
fresh fish, you catch them, we buy them.
You catch them, we buy them.
Hey, what movie is that from? In the comments, what movie? If she
Funny is
doesn't know the answer,
my
she's
kids
too
were
young for
just.
you, bro.
If she doesn't know, she's too young. If she doesn't know, she's too young. We were just watching it earlier today. If she don't know the answer to that, she's too young. And she's probably an infidel. You probably shouldn't be with her no way.
Ha, see what you did there.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. This cop got me going. Anyway, you want the one who box don't smell like fish, right? And back to the fish. So the question, the question of the night. And I know she's on. She's not here right now, so I can't, have her come in here yet. She might pop in later. But the question is, can fish see the air the way humans see water? Can fish see air the way humans see water? All right. That's right. See that my.
That's a good woman, Savannah.
That's my Proverbs 31 girl right there.
That's a
My
good
Proverbs
woman,
31 girl
Savannah.
right there. But she'll be mad at me about this one though. All right, back to this question though. Can the fish? All right, so we were talking. My wife and I yesterday were talking about this question. Okay, and we have two varying opinions on it. So I want to know in the comments, everybody in the comments, do you think that fish see air the way humans see water? And I'm a tell. Well, Kev, what do you think first before I say anything? Kev, what do you think?
I think I'm too sober to be presented with these kinds of questions. But if I had to go out on a limb, I would say that I still don't think fish can see air. Or can see water, can see air, right?
Yeah.
Fish
Well, we
can
know
fish
it
see
can.
air? I don't think they can. I think, and this again, this is my pontification, because fish are typically in, salt water, and the water be mad salty, and the salt be in the eyes. So like, I don't think they can see all that well anyway. So I'm gonna just say no, because like your eyes is a little jacked up anyway. That's definitely a hit the blunt question.
So, as I begin to hit the blunt, all right, hear me out, yo.
Anytime hold on, let me write it in my log. Anytime a nigga, Kevin said nigga today. Anytime a nigga says hear me out, it's about to be some wild.
It's about to be some wild shit. All right. Hear me out, yo. Hear me out. All right. So what I'm saying is, we can all agree that fish anatomy is different from human anatomy, right?
Because they ain't got no penis.
They right. They don't. But also they don't got no nose. Right. The water passed through their gills and all that, right? And I think we looked this up. The water passed through their gills and they absorb the oxygen in the water, right? Hear me out. if we breathe in the air, we can't see the air that we breathe, but we see the water that the fish are in. So if the fish, if it's reverse it, the fish to the water, that's air, right? And to a fish, the water is air. And to a fish, what we can't see is air. Perhaps they see as water. That's probably why when they jump out the water, they react the same way we do when we jump in the water. I'm just saying. Think about it, yo. Think about it. They ain't got no nose, right? A dolphin is a mammal, right? Right? Word. Okay, all right. But so the dolphin live in the water, but the dolphin can't stay underwater for but so long, right? It got to come up for air at some point, don't it? Because it's a mammal, right?
Word.
All right, cool.
Blowhole.
And the dolphins got because the it's still water. It is still water. So all right, what she's saying is it doesn't change the property of water. It's saying that the water is still water.
Yeah, because it's H2O.
Which is correct. Absolutely. It doesn't change that water is water. Just like it doesn't change that what we breathe of is air, right? That the property doesn't change, but the perspective does, or potentially does. The perspective potentially changes. If you you take a fish out of water, they have the same reaction as if you put a human in water. Right? Same reaction. Same thing. You put a human in water too long, they breathe it in. They can't breathe. They can't process the oxygen in the water like a fish can. Just like a fish can't process the oxygen in the air like a human can. So, if so, that's so, it's possible that our human eyes can't see the oxygen in the air, but theirs can because they in the water. Just like we can see the water, and perhaps they can't. I'm just saying. The air to them look like water as they know to stay away from the water, just like we do. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Chat. Tell me I'm wrong, yo. Tell me I'm wrong. It's perspective. Perspective is all.
Just because I don't know that you're not right, I can't tell you you're wrong. Now I'm stressed. I'm too sober for this.
Look, y'all, I'm just saying, yo, like, cause okay, like you said, the fish, the salt be in the eyes and all that kind of stuff, right? And that would hurt your eyes. It hurts our eyes because we don't live in the water. You know what I'm saying? So we breathe in the gas, like with the oxygen. There's a gas, right? We breathe that in through our nose and our lungs. Fish don't got no nose; they got gills, so they can't breathe in the gaseous air. They gills, how they get oxygen is they absorb the oxygen that's in the water. You know, we can't absorb that. We breathe regular gaseous oxygen. Go ahead, tell me I'm off, yo. Yo, get your friends on the line, yo. Somebody tell me I'm wrong about this.
I don't know how to tell you you're wrong. That's the only problem. Like, this ain't right. I just don't know how to tell you you're wrong.
I might be wrong. All right, let me say this. I might be wrong. Okay? I could completely be wrong. And fish could probably look at water like, nah, nigga, that's water. Okay, I could be totally wrong. But reasonably, first of all, we'll probably never know. Okay, I don't know how we would field test that, right? You know, but
that's a question for the pearly gates.
That's what I'm saying. But like, think about it. To us, the air is all around us. We breathe in what's all around us, but we can't see it. To a fish, their atmosphere that's all around them is water. So to them, their water, what's water to us is air to them. So they know that because that's probably how they know to stay in the water, just like we know to stay out the water because we can see that they can't.
Are you high?
No.
I feel like the more you go to explain this, the worse it gets. I just
Listen. I ain't saying it ain't still water. It is still water. But what I'm saying is, just like this here is still air. This right here is still air, right? You know what I'm saying? If you a fish, this right here is still air. Just like that right there is still water. That doesn't change anything. What I'm saying is the perspective of air and water is probably different to a creature whose source is air versus a creature whose source is water.
so the fish are trans animal.
What? What?
If they
I guess
if
trans
they
animal. What
if
you
they
mean?
identifying the water as air and
The
the air is
trans
water,
atmosphere.
they
Trans
identify.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yo. I'm just saying it makes reasonable sense to me. It makes
Cause,
reasonable sense to me that they would
'cause-
see the air. They would like think about it. Oxygen is a gas. We can't see it though,
but it's not
right?
mixed with hydrogens though.
Huh?
But it's not mixed with hydrogens.
Right. Right.
So once you mix it with hydrogens, then we can see it.
Word. Because we can see the water. But the atmosphere we live in isn't water. So if the atmosphere we lived in was water, then we perhaps would perceive water the same way we perceive air. Therefore, if so fatso, we would perceive air the same way we currently perceive water if that was the case.
So it is trans atmosphere.
Trans atmosphere. All right, that's cool. I'm good with that. We got a new phrase now. Trans atmosphere.
I told he might be high. He
I might be, but I might not be. And I'm saying when we gonna you know what, matter of fact, hold on. You know what, when in doubt, we're gonna ask Chat GPT. It's probably gonna say y'all right. But you know, we don't it doesn't matter. It's a computer. I'm just saying, we'll have to ask the the pearly case.
well
uh
Grok thought Drewski was Erica Kirk. So yeah,
Man,
he,
Drewski's a menace with these skits, man.
he's a wild boy.
I love it, man. I'm here for it. This is exactly how you use free speech. What Drewski be doing is exactly how you use free speech, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, make funny things funny again. You
Yeah,
know,
and
everybody's so damn sensitive.
as you like to say, a hit dog holler.
Hit dog will holler.
Cause he ain't mentioned not a person name.
You know, it's just like when you done the pastor skit and
Oh, listen, the hit dogs hollered.
Mike, all the hit dogs hollered. All the hit
The hit
dogs was hollering. All of them.
That's why I told you the mega church, which again, who am I to say a church can expand its kingdom and be, its membership and its reach and all that and be on one. But it's just something about the mega church that don't sit well with my spirit.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't. Excuse me. I think stuff like that's if not the root, is a root of like church hurt.
Yeah.
You know, performative thing. You know, just thinking about like the stuff that he was highlighting in that skit, man. Like that's all the performative crap that turns people off.
Yeah. And
You know,
you gonna get pregnant with the word of God.
you you
You
know,
gonna get you gonna
I've been to a few mega churches, and you know what I mean. Like they're not like, well, I won't say they're not all terrible. I will say they're not. I will say they're not all terrible, but a lot of them are like that. And like, and we know this. We know this to be true, man. You know, so you know, this is why you got to just stay on. You got to stay in the Word of God yourself. You know, there's a whole lot of wolves in sheep clothing that'll lead you astray, scratching itching ears. All right, I'm stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I'm with y'all. No mega churches, man. But I don't think church itself is bad. I think church
No,
is a good thing.
church, you know, if church feels like a necessary thing.
Yep. And how you do it is different. How you know, and maybe we'll do an episode on that. We're running late, but you know, I don't think church is a bad thing. But I also understand people who develop church hurt, and I also can totally understand and tell you why, in a manner of speaking, you need to get over it. But that's an episode for another time. That's for another time. As for tonight, I am going to maintain that fish can absolutely see the air the same way that we see the water. Okay, they see the gas in the air the same way we see the water on the ground. That's what I'm saying. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Savannah, call him to bed.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Anyway, hope y'all had a good time, y'all. Hope y'all had a good time with that, man. Look, man, look it up. You know, I don't know. I could be totally wrong, man. I'm totally willing to be wrong about that, but that's what I think. That's what I think. Anyway, Kev, take us out, man. What's your final thoughts, brother?
Hey, listen, it's wait, not the Reese. Wait, why am I hearing the entrance music to the? Is it me?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I think so. I don't hear that.
I swear, entrance music was starting over. Okay,
Wow.
you know
Maybe it
these
was me. I don't know. I didn't see nothing.
quite literally all the difficulties I've been having, but we appreciate y'all rocking with us. You know, most organic for a reason. We gonna be everything organic. Okay. We get the triple foam matcha organic. Um, but no, we truly do appreciate y'all being here with us, man. You know, and one more time, shout out to all the teachers. Happy spring break, headed into Holy Week. Shout out to, you know, everybody. Shout out to Jesus for not staying down. You know, popped up 3 days later, like, what's up, my Lord? You know what I'm saying? What's up, my log it in the book? You know, but hope everybody takes care of themselves, man. You know, yeah, that's it, man. Y'all gotta take care of yourselves. You know, check in with your people, tell people you love them while you got a chance, and you know, try to make the most out of the moments that you get because they're not promised. Until next time, we'll see y'all in April. Tell a friend to tell a friend, like, subscribe, pull up on us. We're gonna have a good time every time. Peace.
Every time. Yeah, week after what that? Week after Easter. Week after Easter, after Holy Week, after all the fasting, after all the things. Come back on Friday and hang out with us. We definitely appreciate y'all. As always, again, one more time, big shout out to Rich and big shout out to Q. Out here making moves. I know they're doing their thing. You know, proud of you guys and what y'all are doing to your families and all of that, man. And you know, my wife is a supreme hater, as y'all saw very clearly. My wife is a supreme hater. Okay, but that's my baby. That's it. That's my Proverbs 31 woman, man. Open your Bible up, and read Proverbs 31. All right, open your Bible up, read Proverbs 31. That's mine. And find you one of them. Okay, all right. I'm just saying. With all that being said, man, this is just time to lock in. The weather's getting warmer. We love that. But also, you know, the propaganda machine never stops. And that's not exclusive to anybody or anything. Just understand that that's what it is. So understand that there is a war for your mind, as I always say. So believe none of what you read and only half of what you see. Stay skeptical, stay informed, always question the narrative, because again, there is a war for your mind. Okay, and don't let them infiltrate. Don't let them infiltrate. Best thing to do is to put on the armor. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, open your Bibles up. I'm just telling y'all. Open your Bibles up. But that's it, man. We definitely appreciate all of you guys. Like the video, like this video, like everything on the channel. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Invite your bald head scallywag friends next week, because we're going, or in 2 weeks, because we're gonna have something great for them, and we're gonna have a good time, man. We appreciate all of y'all. That's it, man. We out of here. Thanks again. Big shout out to all of our people in the chat. Y'all kept it rolling. As always, I'm gonna have a 7-year-old. You have a 7-year-old. Happy birthday!
When we come back, I'll have a 7-year-old. That part's
crazy. Crazy.
Platypus is a metaphor for whatever's keeping you down. Like corporations are a platypus. Government's a platypus. Your teacher is a platypus. My teacher is a panda. Society is a platypus. My parents are a platypus. The media is a platypus. All this propaganda that we all got a platypus controlling us. It's me. I stopped it nowadays. I'm not speaking metaphorically. The platypus controlling me is underneath the table. Wait, no, he's gone. Hey, there's no platypus controlling me. There's no platypus controlling me!